Good morning. It's a hot one today. So I thought I'd get out early this morning and try to photograph some wildflowers. We didn't get out this past weekend for an adventure, but I still wanted to be able to share something with you, so I'm breaking out the macro lens and let's see what we can get. So hang on while I get set up. Alright, so this is going to be my first subject, these pretty bright yellow flowers. Now, I'm no gardener or botanist, so I can't tell you what these flowers are, but maybe you can. Okay, now I'm going to turn on live view. All I see is a green mess. So now it's time to try to get something in focus. And of course now there's a breeze. It feels good, but it's not great for trying to focus this. So I have just one flower here. So, I think it looks better with two flowers in it. I can get this angle just right. Ah! Come on, live view, turn back on. Okay, so now I've got two flowers in the composition. However, I need to get that focus because they're not completely in focus. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to try to take a photo real quick. And then I'm going to come over here. And let's see if it happens if I darken this down a bit. Maybe that's a little too dark. Hey, wind, I'm trying to do wildflower photography. Can you relax a minute? And be still. They're wiggling, they're wiggling. Work on this focus a little bit more. There. And I'll try again once this wind dies down. I'll brighten this up. But I don't want it too bright. So the wind is causing quite a challenge with the wildflowers. I'll keep trying. Actually, I think I want to back away and not be so close up for this set, and maybe even put put my tripod back up the way it normally is because there are some taller flowers up ahead. So I'll see you in a few moments once I get reset. Oh, of course, now everything dies down. There, take a couple while it's still. So I'll see you in a few moments once I have my next composition set. I'm just waiting for the wind to die down, but this is my next subject. I've got the camera righted back up. Oops, and live view has died. That's alright. Okay, well now I think it's time to go and find another pretty flower. There's some buttercups. There's daisies. I photograph daisies a lot. Well, let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm trying to photograph these daisies. And it's like mission impossible. I'm trying to get a close-up of this one right here. Can I do it? There seems to be a pause in the wind. There. Hopefully one of those will come out. It's kind of trying to go head on with this daisy right here. The one that doesn't want to hold still. Alright, I think I'm going to move on away from these daisies. Maybe something lower to the ground will be less apt to move around. They are pretty though. Okay, up next, I think I'm going to try to capture a few close-ups of these flowers. I think they're in the daisy family, but I forget what they're called. So if you are a flower specialist or know what these are, comment below. What are the pink daisies really? What they really are. Got a whole row of them here. I think we're going to concentrate on these guys. So I will show you the picture after I've taken it. Because I'm going to need some concentration here. Okay, no idea what these pretty flowers are, but we're going to try and photograph them. Let's see, isn't that pretty? Is that some kind of a morning glory or a honeysuckle? I have no idea. But they're wildflowers growing in the backyard. So let me know what they are. And I'm going to see if I can capture their beauty. Hold on. Well, I've been sitting here so long trying to get the flowers to hold still, my legs have gone numb. So I've moved on from this tall flower to an itty bitty yellow one, which I just took some photos of. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. I'll share those with you right about now. And then maybe I'll grab a couple of the strawberries. I took pictures of the strawberry flowers last month, and now they have turned from flowers into ripened fruit. And then there are these teeny tiny orange flowers that look really neat. I think there's a hoverfly on one right now. Maybe I'll photograph these before I move on to the berries. Okay, so the heat and humidity have become too much to bear out here. I've got sweat dripping in my eyes. I can't see. Makes it hard to photograph the flowers. So if it's cooler in the morning and the buds are opening, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Can you hear that warbling vireo? I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but he's cool. See you tomorrow. Hey, good morning again. It's much cooler in the mornings than it is in the afternoons. So I'm back out to photograph flowers. And this morning, this bush has all these clusters of little tiny white flowers. So that's what I'm photographing. And if they turn out, here are the shots. Well, I found some small purple flowers right next to the pond. I'll show them to you here in just a second with the video camera. They're very pretty, and again, I don't know what they are. So I guess I'm gonna have to do some research to figure out what they are, but please feel free to mention what they are in the comments just in case I can't figure it out. Although maybe I should grab my phone with the Eye Seeker app on it. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but maybe it will tell me what they are. So one thing about photography is you go out, you find something, oh, that's pretty. I want to photograph it. I wonder what it is. And then you have to do the research to figure out what it is. So photography is like nature photography. You're constantly learning. You're always learning new things, new techniques, new stuff about gear, and about the world around you. It's a constant realm of exploration. Hey, what's this? What's that? Okay, so my next goal is to take some macro photos of it. And I've got the camera set upright as low as I can get it with the center pole in it. So let's see, I don't even know if I'm on the flowers. Let's go to live view here. Oh, there is one. You see here, it's a blur. So I'm just going to rotate this until it's no longer blurry. It's a little closer. That looks like pretty good focus. Now I want more than just that little bit of it here. But I think that's a pretty good contrast between the fern or the leaves alongside the petals. Now I'm going to hit the magnifier and see if I can get this in super sharp. Yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. And ta-da! The first picture. I'm going to keep continuing to photograph the little purple flowers. Kind of hard to hold the Osmo, the video camera, and take the photos with the big camera. So I will take the photos and then I'm going to share them with you and see if we can find another subject, which I'm pretty sure we can at least find one or two more. Gosh, it's a nice morning. So now I've found more yellow flowers to photograph. I'm not sure what these are. Let's make sure they're in focus. I think they look just slightly out. Hey, back here. Let's see if I can not too much. Hold still. Crazy wind. Let's see how the motion is magnified there on the back of the camera. Woo, make you seasick watching that. Anyways, this is the flower I'm trying to catch. And I'm just going to wait around for it to calm down a bit, and then I will take the shot. Hi. Said, I don't think I'm alone here. I just heard something rustle in the bushes over here. I don't know if it was a bird, a squirrel, maybe a fawn is hiding. Because it's very overgrown, as you can see. But I have just found a patch of creeping Jenny, which I know that's what it is because I had to research it last year. And that's what the iSeeker app told me it was. Most of the time there's no flowers on it, but now here, the end of June, there are some brilliant yellow flowers. I think I've got a deer or something here. Maybe it was up by the road. Something went crashing through here. Sounded big. Of course, I don't have the lens. I don't see anything up in the trees. I don't know if it ran out into the road. It sounded like it was coming in closer and through here. Well, whatever it was, I think it's gone. It stayed hidden in the brush so I couldn't see it. Definitely sounded more like it was probably a deer. But back to the creeping Jenny. And there is the creeping Jenny all over the ground in its yellow grandeur. Here's a closer look. Look at all that. Isn't that pretty? Well, good evening. I decided to take a break from the heat and come back out. Unfortunately, I have come out a bit late to be able to catch most of the flowers. However, there is still a few flowers on this vine that is reached up like really tall and angled up into the trees. I think it's a berry vine of some sort. So I just took a couple of photos of those blossoms close up, and then I'm going to take some over here. Can I get them in the shot here behind me? I'm going to try to get these right here on the camera. If I get some insects too, that would be fabulous. But I think they're more out in the heat of the day, except for those darn blood-sucking mosquitoes. They love the evenings. So, I can't believe how nice it is out right now. Well, anyways, I'm gonna flip around and get to try to photographing these. Actually, taking a closer look at these, a lot of them are kind of past their prime. So I'm gonna see if there's more on the other side, if they're any nicer. Okay, I've moved on to another subject, as you can probably see on the camera, or maybe not. I'm not too good at this filming bit. Anyway, a bad hair day. So, if you remember earlier this morning on the pond, there was some purple flowers mixed in next to one of the spruce trees. I think I just found the same type of flower, but in yellow. So I'm going to turn you around and have you face the camera and maybe show you the flowers here on the Osmo. Okay, so here are the flowers on the Osmo. I've taken a couple of photos of this, a little bit sharper, I hope. There is just a tiny bit of movement because of the air currents. I wouldn't even say wind because it's not really breezy right now. So I'm probably going to move over here and see about, there's glare on there, I'm sorry. See about, okay, that looks pretty good, but I'm not just going to take the photo. I want to use the magnifier and get it as sharp as I possibly can. So just some micro movements here, and I think that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the photo. And there we go. It'd be kind of nice to be able to flip this over on the side. I might try to do that hand holding, although it is kind of losing the light right now. So here, I'll just give you a peekaboo here at what I'm really looking at. So I've got all these little yellow petals on these plants, the flowers. It's kind of pretty. So I figured I will try to play around with this a little bit more. Okay. Oh, it's a squirrel behind me. Or in front of me. Yeah, I see you, buddy. I'm filming. You want to come over and say hello? No? Okay. That's cute. There's a whole bunch of little baby squirrels running around lately. It's good to see because when we had the hawks here, they ate almost every squirrel we had. So to have 3 or 4 running around is pretty cool to see this year. Even though I do miss the hawks and their babies, they didn't come back this year. Anyways, back to the flowers. I'll share the photos with you here in just a moment. I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. If you want to help support the channel, click the subscribe, hit the like button, comment. Do you like the flowers? I'm probably going to do more flowers whether you say so or not. As the seasons change, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing over and over. And fingers crossed, hope and pray that we have some weekends that don't have rain and that are not ungodly hot, so that we can get out on some adventures, go camping, kayaking. Oh, helicopters going over. Go kayaking, photograph deer, loons, moose, the common mergansers, mountain landscapes, more waterfalls. That would be really awesome. I really miss getting out in nature and in the fresh air, and I love the mountains. So fingers crossed that the weather cooperates so we can get out and do that and not so much backyard stuff. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later. Bugs, stop biting me.